In today's video, we'll be doing a full tutorial on Etrade, how to create an account, how to fund the account, how to buy and sell stock, ETFs, mutual funds, bonds, and set put and call options. To begin, you can either visit the Etrade website or you can click the link on the description. If you decide to click the link below, you will land on this page. And as my referral, you are eligible for a cash reward up to $3,500 once you open and fund your account. It sounds like a good deal, right? Anyhow, depending on how you decide to begin the sign-up process on Etrade, select individual account and click continue. Let me zoom in a bit here so you can see the entire process better. There you go. On this page, since you do not have an account, select no and then click continue. Please upload your contact information on this page. They need to be accurate, so make sure you use your real information. Once ready, click continue. On the next page, you will be asked to provide your residential address and citizen status. Once more, please provide your accurate information. To be able to complete the application, you will need to provide a date of birth and a social security number. Add your employment status, investment profile, and pick if you want to add trading futures such as option or margin trading. If you don't want to add them now, you can always add them later. The next part will be to answer some regulatory questions. Please answer them as they apply to you. There are no right or wrong answers. For obvious reasons, I will not be sharing the page with the questions. Now let's proceed with the brokerage account setup. You have a few options depending on how you came up with the funding. Select the one or more that apply to you. For the majority of people, I'm assuming you will pick employment compensation, but once more, pick the ones that are accurate to your situation. Last, indicate for what reason you want to open that account. Pick the one that applies to you. It will only help you moving forward. Then you have to choose how you want your uninvested cash to be managed. Again, feel free to pick the option that best works for you. And also if you want to add a trusted contact person. This could be your spouse, for example, or a parent, or whatever you want to add, or nobody. We are almost there. Read and accept the agreement and disclosures, and then create your user ID and password. Make sure you remember your password and ID, as you will use them constantly to log into the website, so they're kinda essential. Click continue and then you will be asked to enter your phone number in order to confirm your account. Usually at the end of the process you shall get the following message. We're currently reviewing your application. Please allow up to 1 business day for this process to be completed. Despite that message, you can continue to trade and you can use your credentials to log in. The first time you do, you will be greeted by a pop-up that will ask you to set up your security questions. Feel free to pick your 3 questions and then answer them. Congrats, your account is complete. You most likely have to wait 1 more day until it becomes fully operational. However, you have completed all the steps needed to open and verify an account on Etrade. Etrade has quite a lot to offer, and prior we dive into the trading platform Power Etrade and how to use it, let's check what all the options on the toolbar do. For that purpose, I will switch to my real account. For obvious reasons, I will hide certain information. I hope you understand. In the next videos, I will be analyzing stocks and maybe I will reveal some of my buys and sell. Anyway, on the Complete View tab, you can see the total assets, the days, gains or losses, and below that you will have your account number, the account value, days gain, and the available funds for withdrawal and your cash purchasing power. Last, below you will be able to see the symbol of the stocks, ETF or assets you have purchased and the change of the day, last price and days gain. These numbers don't change automatically, so you will have to refresh. On the right side you can launch the Power Etrade, which we'll be looking at it later on this video, or to sign up for paper trading, which again we will go through the account we just opened. Last, you have alerts which summarize your activity, the buy and sell orders you have placed, and if they have been executed or not. The portfolio tab allows you to dive even more into your account. Your positions can be seen there, the quantity of what you owe, the average price paid, and the total value. On performance and value, you can see how you measure against the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and Nasdaq. I am actually proud to say that I have outperformed them quite well over the past 2 years since started trading that account. And especially this year, I have the upper hand by quite a lot. See, I was shorting the market while the Moon Boys and the Bulls were betting that the market will rise even further. Anyhow, we will talk more about that in later videos. On the next tab, you have the option to open a margin account. I have not yet done it, but it is my plans to create one. Gain and losses will provide you a better look on the quantity and assets you have traded this year or previous years. Allocation and risk will break your account value on how you trade. Holding only 2 stocks and mainly cash, you can see that my portfolio in this account is not diversified. My risk rate is 70, which is between conservative and moderate. But again, this is because I have a very small amount of assets. The more assets you own, the more diversified your portfolio becomes, and this could lower your risk. The last tab of the portfolio is the estimated income, which estimates how much money you will be making by dividends in the next weeks, months, or years. As you can see, the stock IO pays dividends and the estimate is 15 cents per stock, so $30 per quarter if the stock continues to pay that amount. Moving forward to the watch list tab, you can add stocks and assets you want to follow. For example, on the account we opened today, I have added Apple and Amazon. You can see their last price, change of the day, and changes since added them on my list. To add an asset, just enter the symbol, let's say Microsoft, pick the symbol and click Add. You can add as many as you want here, and not only stocks, you can add ETFs as well as other assets. Let's add triple Qs for example. Easy, right? Once you have your account fully verified and funded, you will be able to place trades from here or set alerts. I will explain on the trading tab how to place orders, so let's have a look on how to add alerts. In Apple stock, click the bell icon. Select an alert type. I will do a high price target at 148 and click set alert. Done. Orders, balances, transactions are self-explanatory and they do not provide any additional insight to this walkthrough. But I would like to point out that in the tax center you can download your 1099, which will be very useful once you do your taxes. To be able to trade and use your account, you need to fund your account. To do that, click transfer, and from here you will need to add an account. You will need to connect your bank account to Etrade, search for your bank, click on it, and you will be asked to log in your online bank profile and follow the steps. It usually takes 1 day for the verification of funds to process and then up to 3 days for the transfer to happen. The trading tab has quite a lot of options, as you can trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, mutual fund, bonds and CDs, get to IPOs and trade cryptocurrencies. To note here that for futures you need to apply for access and for cryptocurrencies you need to open another type of account. Starting with stock and ETFs, the first thing you need to do is track down the assets you want to buy. Let's say Apple for example. Type in the name of the company and pick the symbol. You can see the last price, the bid price, which is the price that people are willing to buy the stock, and open orders are waiting in there, about 500 shares on that price. And the ask price, which are the shares that are on sale. Currently 500 shares are on sale for. To buy the stock, you need to head to action and select buy. Pick the quantity, let's say 10 shares. If you're not sure how much you can buy with your available balance, click calculate. Let's say you have $1,000. You can buy up to 6.88 shares, and since you cannot buy partial shares in Apple, if you click enter you will get 6. The next step is to select the price type. You can pick market, which will basically go in the market and buy it at the current price, which will be around 145.43, or you can select market at close, which will execute the order as close as possible to the close of regular session trading for the stock. That is close to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, but you will not be able to know the price at that point. You also have the option to put a limit order, which to be honest I use quite often. A limit order allows you to enter a price you're willing to buy or sell the stock. For example, the price of Apple is at 145.42 at the moment, but I want to buy it at 140. That is the price I like, or that is the price that I feel comfortable paying. I will enter 140 and I will press preview order and then place order. The duration of the order was set good for the day, which means that if the price of Apple falls to $140 by the end of the day, I will purchase 6 stocks. If not, the order will be cancelled. You can apply the same principle when you want to sell a stock or an asset. I like this option as you don't have to be all day behind the screen looking at charts. You can change the good for the day to good for 60 days or until certain date. Immediate or cancel, fix or kill, extended hours, which is a pre-market and after market hours, 7 a.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern, and last, extended hours, immediate or cancel. There is a plethora of options to place orders in Etrade. The other options are stop on quote. Select stop on quote, which means that you can buy or sell a stock when its market price reaches a specific stop price. When the stock's market price reaches the stop price, the order is triggered and turns into a market order. The select stop limit is a code option that allows you to buy or sell a security when its market price reaches a specified stop price. The select trailing stop allows you to buy or sell a security when its market price reaches a trailing stop price. And last, the select trailing stop percentage allows you to buy or sell a security when its market price reaches a trailing stop price. Definitely a lot of options to choose from. I prefer the limit order and the market one when I'm in for the long term, and I don't mind if I buy a stock for a few dollars more. Anyhow, once ready, click preview order and then place order. This was the 75th order in this account. As I mentioned above, I am not trading as much, and in order to change or cancel the order, you can click on the left side of the bar. I have no interest in buying Apple even for 140, so I will cancel my order. There it is, the order was cancelled. The next tab is called option, and as you can imagine, it will allow you to place put and call options. For those not familiar with a call option, it gives the holder the right but not the obligation to buy the underlying security at the strike price on or before expiration. A call option will therefore become more valuable as the underlying security rises in price. And on the other hand, a put gives the holder the right but not the obligation to sell the underlying stock at the strike price or before the expiration. A long put, therefore, is a short position in the underlying security since the put gains value as the underlying price falls. Those are the definitions, but I would like to dive a little bit more and explain it with an example. To be fair, it's in my plans to create an entire video on options and how to trade them and get into way more details. But to keep this simple, you pick a symbol. We will use Apple once more. And then on the right side, you have some calls and some put options. Let's assume we want to buy a put option on Apple since we believe that the price will go lower. If we thought that the price will rise, we would buy a call option. Anyway, pick a strategy, put, and then leave the action on buy open. Currently the quantity is 1, but keep in mind that for one contract is equivalent to 100 shares. So if the stock declined by $1, you will be making $100, and for each time the stock declines $1, you will make $100. Next, you need to select the expiration date. You get weekly and monthly dates here. If you see the W next to it, it's a weekly option. I will pick January 20 of 2023. I like to have more space when I do put and call options, as I like to see the long term and not like bi-weekly or bi-weekly options. The strike price is a fixed price at which you can buy or sell the option in case of a call or put. For this current order, the strike price is $145. That means that I have the right to sell Apple stock between now and January 20 of 2023 at the price of $145. Since I set a put, I expect that the price of Apple share will decline. If Apple share goes to 120, for example, I have the option to sell 100 shares for $145 each, making a profit of $25 per share or $2,500. To be able to do that, I have to pay around $10.30 per share. So the actual price to pay for this order will be around $1,030. That is the max amount of money that I will be risking here. If the price of Apple does not decrease but increases, and by January 20 of 2023 is higher than 145, you basically lose. But you may be able to cut your losses because you will be able to sell your options earlier than they in much lower than $10.30 per share. Keep in mind that majority does not exercise the right to buy the 100 shares, but they sell the option as the date gets closer, especially if the price goes their way. What costs today $10.30 for one put, it could cost way more tomorrow. And for you to better understand that, I left one day to pass and then I came back to record the second part of this video. And since one day passed, let's see what a put at $145 costs today that Apple price is on a decline. Well, today, and with Apple share to be trading at $141.67, the price of one put option is at $11.90 or $1,190, a difference of $160 with yesterday, which is about 14-15% gain. And that's only with a decline of about 2.6% in the stock price. Meaning if we had bought the put yesterday, today we could sell with a nice profit. I hope that this example helped you understand what it means to trade options. I will talk more on this video about options trading when we review the Power Etrade trading platform. Anyhow, now you have the bid and ask price which we encountered prior. Bid is the price someone is willing to buy the option, and ask is the price that someone is willing to sell the option. Currently, there is a 10 cents gap. So if you want to buy that put order, you can either put a bid price at $11.95 and wait, since you will be the first in line to buy, or the 12 that is available. I always suggest you put it a bit above bid price and wait. A few cents can add up down the road. For that reason, you can pick limit $11.95 and wait until you get filled. To buy one sell option of Apple with a strike price of $145 at the price of $11.95 per share will cost us $1,195. The price type that I would recommend is limit, so you can control the price and the duration depends entirely up to you. But overall, this is how you can trade options on Etrade. The third tab is called futures, and you can apply for futures trading. Currently, I don't have a futures account and I use another broker for that, but I may apply and get that started on Etrade as well. Next is mutual funds. I have created a dedicated video on mutual funds, their types and how to evaluate them, so feel free to check the video on the channel. I will add a card and a link on the description as well. But basically, mutual funds are investment strategies that allow you to pool your money together with other investors to purchase a collection of stocks, bonds, or other securities that might be difficult to recreate on your own. In eTrade, you can either enter the symbol of a fund you want to buy, or you can use advanced lookup to locate trading funds. You can choose Vanguard and you will have 132 funds to pick from. Let's pick the alternative strategies one. Click detailed quote and then you will be presented with the information on the mutual fund. The current price of the fund is $16.76. The minimum investment is $50,000, so it is not for everyone, I would say. eTrade provides a plethora of information here, such as ratios, distribution yield, fees, performance, tax and income, risk and ratings, and everything you need to know to make an educated decision. The next option is bonds and CDs. Once more, I have created a dedicated video explaining what bonds are and how you can read and analyze them, their types, and how they rank. Pretty useful if you're interested in this type of investment. You can find a link on the cards or in the description below. eTrade provides a catalog of bonds and CDs with their rates. Let me zoom in so you can see better. There's US Treasury, corporate and municipal bonds. Given the market condition, many consider them a safe haven. They're again considered safer, especially the government bonds like US Treasury, and their ratings are spiking currently given the inflation we suffer as of late. The 10-year US Treasury is above 4%, and you can see that certain corporate and municipal bonds are paying up to 5% or more per year. You have the option to pick between corporate and municipal bonds, as well as to click Advanced Screener and pick your ideal rates and click Search. Moving forward, you have the conditional order, which, as you can understand, it will happen if something else happens first. For example, if the QQQ's price is less or equal to $270, then go ahead and buy 100 Apple shares at current market price. Usually you want to do that with correlated companies, or what I did above is I combined the QQQs, which is a reflection of the 100 top Nasdaq stocks, which Apple is part of, and usually when one declines, the other follows. So it could be oil and energy stock or something related, an ETF sector with a stock and so on. A good option to have. I have not used it much myself. Perhaps many people will find it useful, or they already do. Automatic investing, as the title suggests, you just add funds and the investing is done automatically. Basically, you choose a certain ETFs, mutual funds or portfolios, and you will keep adding funds there. It is the simplest form of investing, ideal for many new investors that have not the proper knowledge or understanding of the market. The next option on the trading tab, we have IPOs and other new issues, which basically will inform you if there's a new IPO offered through eTrade or new bonds, CDs or ETFs enter the market. I always fancy IPOs, but as explained on previous video, they're extremely high risk. That is why you need to perform a due diligence prior to investing in them, and if you go invest in an IPO, usually you want to invest a small amount. Last, the cryptocurrency tab, which obviously I have not opened an account, and I say obviously because if you ever traded crypto, you know that there are very good options on other platforms such as Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, FTX, and so many others that specialize in crypto trading and offer way more options than eTrade. Plus, I prefer keeping my cryptos on my own wallets and not on exchanges. eTrade offers quite a lot of options that you can go over, but you should be well aware by now on how to buy and sell stock options, as well as how to invest in mutual fund, bonds, and CDs through your account. To record this video, I have opened a Etrade account, which is a demo account that will allow us to perform trades without using actual funds, as this is a tutorial video. Once you log in for the first time, you land in a page like this. Now I see the SSPDR S&P 500 ETF, but I would like to change to a stock that you are all familiar with, and this is none other than Apple. So let's bring Apple. You can use the search box on the top left side to locate the stock you want. Starting from the right side, you have the equity of your account, which is 100,000. No gain or loss today as we didn't perform any trades, no open position or anything like that. On the top bar, you have the quote, which gives you information about the Apple stock, open price, high and low of the day, close price of the previous day, and the 52-week price. On the left side of that box, you can see the bid and ask price as well as the volume of the day. Then we have a small chart which can go from 5 days to 1 year, and next to it the fundamentals such as market cap, sector, industry, beta, and the 10-day average volume. Below that is the earnings, with the next earning date to be October 27 of 2022, price to earning ratio, which is at 24.03, which is considered very good, and info about dividends. Then we can see news, which is the latest news concerning Apple, and trust me, when we're talking about such a massive company, the news you can get in a day gets a bit overwhelming. Trend watch and social sentiment, which I don't really pay attention to, but many others do, and last, the book of trades and depth view. Where all the action happens is the quick trade boxes where you can buy or sell market, and this happens because on Power Etrade paper account, the margin account is already activated. So if I want to buy 10 shares of Apple at market price, I will click buy, and then on the pop-up window, I will see an overview of my order and click send if I agree with it. Now, as you can see on the left side, those boxes have been populated and I have a total loss of about 30 to 50 cents. The left and right side of the platform is customizable. I will show you how to make changes after we finish the navigation of what can be found and where. Next to it is the charts, and then we have options. If you recall when we talked about options earlier, here you can see a much better outlook on how to trade options because you have a wider look on prices. On the top, you can pick the expiration date for your puts or calls. For that, I will pick January 23rd of 2023, which is 105 days from now. If I believe that the market will continue its downtrend, which I must say is quite likely to happen, I want to buy puts on Apple. So the current price today is $141. I would like to buy a put with expiration date that of January 23rd. To buy one put on Apple with a strike price of $140 and an expiration date of January 23rd, I will need to pay $9.90 per share or $990. Let's do it. My order was placed. Basically, I bet that Apple will decline below 140. So if that happens, I will be able to buy Apple at a price that is below 140 and sell it for 140 between now and January 23rd. Truth is, I have no intention on buying the actual stock, but just selling my options at a much better price than I bought them. For that to happen, Apple needs to go below 140 in the next 103 days. Let's do the same with another stock. Let's pick Tesla. Tesla is trading at 227 today. I would love to set some puts on that price. So again, my expiration date will be January 23rd, and I want to set a put order that Tesla will be below the price of 226.77. Now that put option is quite expensive and is currently trading at $29.60 per share, or for one put I will need $2,960. The order got filled, and now on the positions tab we can see our orders. On Apple, I have multiple orders since I bought 10 shares, and I also have set puts, and I have set some puts on Tesla as well. As you can see, since both stocks are on the decline at the moment, the puts are working greatly. Now you may wonder how we sell on this platform. Well, this is quite easy. Click on the order. We will do the 10 Apple shares, and you will get a pop-up with the changes and your P&L. Click trade, then sell 10 stocks, and you have sold the stock you just bought. So how do you close an option and get the profits? Well, once more, click on the position and click close. Not trade like we did for the stock trading, but close. So you will notice that currently we have two contracts, but you also see the simple minus next to it. This means that in order to close the two put options, we need to buy two options. The quantity is set to 2, the expiration is auto-filled, and the same happened with the price. Now we see that there's a bid at $30.60 and the ask price is at $30.75. You can click market and quickly exit your position or click limit and set a price. I will pick market so there is no wait on the price execution, but when I exit my real positions, I do choose limit so I can get the best price out of it. On the preview, you will see that the estimated debit for this order is 6,150. Basically, this is the money you will receive once you click send, and there it is. The order of Tesla was closed and money has been added to our account. As mentioned earlier, this entire interface is customizable to a point. To customize this, just go to the line and drag and drop or extend. This is only available for the sides, not the core format. Overall, Power Etrade is a good platform to perform trades for both stocks and options. I hope that this video helped you familiarize yourselves with Etrade. If it did, please smash the like button and make sure you subscribe, as I will make more videos about trading and investing. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.